What's up, everybody? My name's Maddox Batson, and you're listening to Like a Farmer.
Hey, y'all, it's Pat. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. Maddox Batson joins the show today. Let me tell you something. 16-year-old phenom. We're talking about little Ella Langley and her music. We're talking about some of his music, his tour coming out. We're talking about golf. We're talking about John Daly. How can you have an episode without talking John Daly? As always, every single Wednesday, catch us on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Let's get into it. Phoenix last week, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was just so random.
I know, that was super random. I was like, I just heard someone yelling my name. We were walking to the pro shop, like the like to get like some clothes at the Waste Management and stuff. And I hear someone just yelling my name, and he was like, "Dude, farmer podcast next week." And I was like, "What? No way!" And then you come up, and I was like, "Dude, I'm seeing you next week." It was just so funny. We just walked by each other. It was super random, but it was funny.
And we were talking a little bit before the cameras came on. Like, golf is a huge thing in your life.
Oh, big time.
How did that become a thing?
Yeah, so I started playing, I think, April of 2024. April of 24, I went to Topgolf for the first time. And it's just like, I went with my buddy. And I don't know, just kind of, I got hooked, you know? It's just fun. I was just swinging I played baseball growing up, played basketball and stuff, but golf was never something that I was like, oh, it's just kind of like a rich boy sport, you know? It was kind of just something that was just distant and not really something I did. And then, you know, finally getting introduced to it, it's just like the best thing I've ever played in my life. You know, it's just so cool and just takes your mind off things, and you're not really focused on anything else other than the next shot that you're about to hit. And that, as someone in my job and as someone who's thinking about a lot of things at a lot of times, you know, it's just, and especially at a young age, that helps you take your mind off things for sure.
How's the game right now? I mean, you know,
we're upping it up. We actually, before the Waste Management, I played in a good.
Oh, yeah.
Like good golf. So they hosted a Desert Open.
Yeah. So you played in that.
I won. We won. I swear.
Sorry,
not only Mike, my bad, but yeah, we caught that dough. We went 9 under in 15 holes.
Who was on your team?
Garrett and Marissa, his girlfriend.
Gotcha.
Yeah, dude, she's a stud.
Because Tucker
Crazy.
Wetmore was out there.
Tucker was there. Jordan Davis, Dustin Lynch. Who else? What's Willie Nelson's kid? Lucas Nelson.
Yeah.
Who else? I'm trying to think. Mitchell Tenpenny and Cam Brown.
Yeah,
Cam Brown. So I was blessed to be on an amazing team, and dude, we cooked. I don't know. I guess I entered flow state.
I was about to say, I mean,
it was awesome, dude. I had an amazing time.
Where do you think, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday, and I think it's the coolest thing, like this country music and this golf overlap.
Oh, without a doubt. I feel like it's been overlapping since, I guess, country music and golf like almost started, you know? It's just like back in the day, you know, Hank Williams Jr. used to play golf, George Jones used to play golf, like everyone played golf, and they just kind of go hand in hand. I guess like I'm not old enough for this. I mean, I guess kind of like drinking plays into a big part of that, you know? It's a big part of country music, a big part of golf, you know? But I just think they kind of go hand in hand. Golf's a popular sport in the South, country music very important in the South, so I think they just, you know, kind of overlap naturally like that.
I do think it is something to be said that, you know, you're familiar with, and if you just know, you know, it's like I do think when you're on the road, the golf clubs are going in the bus.
Absolutely. No, never a doubt. They're there.
And to your point, it's probably been happening for the longest time.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it, you know? It's just like, think about who doesn't play golf in country music. It's very little amount of people, you know?
And I think it gets the light shed on it now because golf as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, this YouTube golf, Maddox, is freaking unbelievable.
Dude, it's insane. Like, that's, I mean, a major reason why I'm into golf, you know? And it's just like getting that full circle moment and getting to come around and actually play in a tournament with some of the guys that introduced me to the game was just like the best. That's what I was telling him. I was like, dude, I used to watch your videos when I was first getting into it. You taught me a lot of the rules, you know? And it was just super cool to have that full circle.
Why do you think, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay, so it's unbelievable. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Truly, I appreciate that.
I mean, when you sit here and you think, I mean, when I was 16, I don't even know. I was just trying to make sure I woke up to go to school on time.
Yeah, no, I'm still doing that. I actually have school after this, so I'm still trying to wake up. Yeah, it's still, the priorities definitely set straight by my mom, for sure.
Well, I was about to say, I think it's something to be said on how you were, you know, raised, how you grew up, the values that you still have today. So shout out to your parents. It's such a crazy world out there. And like when you think about being 16 and everything that you've just accomplished so far, right? I mean, you got to give the flowers to your parents as well.
Oh, absolutely. I do as much as I can.
But on the YouTube side, like, why do you think that's gotten so, like, linear television is not even a thing anymore, right? It doesn't matter if you're watching CNN, Fox, ESPN, it doesn't matter. Like, it's all going to that streaming.
Yeah.
Like, what, I mean, you think that's
Really,
kind of
what
the future?
I think it's just kind of like, I think that's just, it's just adapting, and that's just how the world's evolving, you know? It's just like, that was the beginning, you know, that was like the old guys and stuff like that. Like my granddad still watches, you know, cable television, you know?
Sure.
My dad still watches it on occasion, but he still streams all the time, you know? But I feel like I think it's just new now because you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want, at any time, you know? And I feel like having that luxury is just so, you know, everyone likes it, so it's kind of hard to turn it down, you know? I mean, I definitely watch ESPN as much as I can, and I watch, like, the sports channels and stuff like that, but I watch YouTube twice as much, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're about to start your third and a half.
Third and a half.
Tour.
Yeah.
What, when you think about when you're going out on the road, you're selling out everything, which is just awesome.
Thanks.
Who are the people coming to these shows? Like, are they closer to your age, or do the fans
definitely.
just kind of...
Definitely, yeah. So it's kind of subjective. It depends on what state you're in or what city you're in or anything like that. But for me, I probably age range between like 4 and like 18. I'd say it's a very subjective range. You know, I'm not getting many diehard fans that are in college, because I'm 16. You know, but I like that the early teenage, like the tween, like teenage girl. That's probably the boom, like that's the major market, and it's amazing because they're just the best fans in the world, and they're very loyal, and I have very, very, very loyal fans, and that's why I think I get to, you know, sell out a lot of the things that I do, and I get to, you know, play decent sized rooms for, you know. If you look at my like streaming numbers, or if you look at my radio numbers, or if you look at anything like that, and then you look at my touring numbers, they're very different. You know, like I don't have any songs for radio. I don't have any songs over 50 million streams probably, and it just kind of like you're like, oh, that doesn't really make sense. But I have very loyal fans, and it's just super cool to just carry that over and just keep growing that. But yeah, I'd say like the teenage girl, and this last tour, what we really started to notice, what I was getting like a 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 11-year-old boy, which is awesome. And that's what I love, you know, like, no hate to the girls. I love having you guys there as well. But, like, seeing that I can get the guys in there, too, is just, like, the coolest thing because, like, for the longest time, it was just kind of, you know, it was the girls loved me, the guys didn't, and that's just part of it. I mean, whatever, you know, part of it. But the seeing those guys come in there, it's cool stuff. I like it.
Well, I think it means something when you can attract both. And we talked about this, Derek, yesterday. Like, when even the females in country music, like think about Ella.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times where it's like, okay, the females love Ella's music, and the boyfriend, you know, they'll come maybe because she's good looking, or because they have to. But now, I mean, dude, I'm
amazing.
blaring Shoes in Texas, dude.
Absolutely, the new Dandelion song, I'll play that probably a million times.
Exactly.
Like, it's just like she makes great music, and I think, I mean, of course, you can respect the fact that she's very good looking. You know, I'm not gonna say she's not, and then I'm not gonna say that's not part of the fact why I listen to her. I'm not gonna say that. You're not gonna catch me lying. But I mean, I think she's making great music. I'm excited for her album, and I hope to get to see her on tour maybe. So
hey,
that'd be cool. I heard she's going on tour. That'd be amazing. That'd be
collaboration.
Yeah,
maybe.
that'd be cool.
When did the music start for you? Because usually, like when somebody comes on the show, it's like, yeah, I started at 16. Dude, you're playing the opera at 16, man. I mean, so like, at what point did you even think that music was an option for you?
I was probably 13 when I realized that it could, like 13 turning into 14 when I realized that this could actually be like part of my life. And I never really thought it was going to be a job. You know, I don't think anyone goes in with that expectation, especially when you're at my age. But I got introduced to music at a very, very, very young age. I grew up in church, singing in choir and stuff like that. My dad grew up playing bluegrass music, actually. He's a mandolin national champion, you know. My dad is family band and stuff like that. So
we got to find some pictures from that.
Dude, we need to. I have never seen any pictures or videos or anything like that, but I've seen the trophy. But he's a very talented musician. He kind of just passed that down on to me, like the bluegrass and just country music, all that kind of stuff got passed down to me at a young age. And then I loved it, you know, and I respected music. But as a kid, I was just a big sports kid. Like, that's all I wanted to do was play sports. I feel like that's 99% of guys, you know. All we want to do is play sports. And I played basketball, played baseball, played football, played all the things. And then I was playing basketball, and I got hurt. I got this weird knee disease, and it just kind of, restricted my playing abilities for a little bit, and I had nothing to do. So I picked up the guitar again, started playing piano a little bit more. I started playing piano when I was 7, and I just, picked up lessons again on each, because I had nothing to do, and I just started posting online. I would go live with my dad, and I would make cover videos of songs, while simultaneously, while I would do those live, like on TikTok and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, while I would do those live videos and stuff, I got picked up by this booking agent. Her name was Laramie. She's really cool. Got me started out, and she booked me like 3-4 hour live gigs in like East Texas.
Wow.
And that was really fun. And that's why I learned like the love for live music for me is because I was playing these 3-4 hour live gigs, just me and my dad, acoustic sets in like 110 degree heat, and no one's paying attention to me. And I had to learn very early that you have to make a really good live performance for someone to actually pay attention to you and actually want to be there, And I did that for a little bit while simultaneously still posting, and I would mix in a little bit of like personality videos as well.
Yep.
That would help a lot. That grew my audience, and then it just all kind of just snowballed into bigger and better things. Got picked up by an amazing management team. I eventually signed a record deal and all the different things. But that's where it all started. Yeah.
And when was the choice made to be like, hey, I need to be in Nashville? If this is going to be a legit thing that I'm doing, I need to pack my bags.
Yeah, absolutely. And luckily, I was already from here. I was from about 30 minutes north.
Yep.
I grew up farming, so did my family. And I was from there, and then I moved to Birmingham for my dad's work when I was 7. And so it was a relatively easy decision. It was something that was always in our minds that we had to do. But just like since it just kept growing, and we just realized that we can't make a 4-hour trip, 3-4 hour trip to Nashville every weekend after school, to go to the studio and go do all these things. So we just, decided to make that decision. I decided to go homeschool, and I'm having an amazing time. I love Nashville. I love being up here, and I still love Alabama as well. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just where I'm supposed to be, especially since my line of work.
What type of farming were y'all doing?
Really, I think main was tobacco. My family does dark fire tobacco, but also like other crops like wheat, soybeans, corn, all that kind of stuff. But Maine was dark fire tobacco, yeah. Like one of 3 spots in America that still does it.
I was about to say, when you think about growing up around that and that lifestyle, do you think that helps you transition into the music as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And it gives you a lot of like a song I wrote.
Storytelling, yeah.
It gives you a lot of storytelling opportunities. Actually, a very good example of that is the song I wrote. It's called Tough. And I never put the song out, but it's written about, me and my family growing up farming and, just how my great-grandfather was a sharecropper, and then he bought the farm, and I was born on the farm and all that kind of stuff. And I'm a fifth generation, something like that. I wrote the song Tough just about how that lifestyle, kind of just shapes you as a person. And I never put the song out, but Lana Del Rey did. She picked up the song from me, and Lana Del Rey and Quavo put out that song. And it's about my
awesome.
Yeah, it's like double platinum now. It has like 600 million streams on Spotify, but it's about me and my family, growing up. And I wrote that song, and I
double platinum.
Mm-hmm.
And you wrote that?
Yeah, I wrote it. Yeah, I knew not just me by myself, but I had amazing other people, help me writing. But me and my family were the entire inspiration behind the song. And we were planning on putting it out for the longest time, and she was just like, "Hey, I really like this song," and I was like, "Whatever, yeah, you take it." It's a pretty easy decision. Yeah, I was 13, whatever. Yeah,
I was about to say, you're 13 at the time.
All yours, man. But I was 14 when I wrote it, but all yours, you take it. But it's just so cool to like hear that song on the radio or hear it when my friends will play it and they don't even know I'm a writer on it. So it's cool stuff. I like it.
Double platinum.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to process.
It hasn't I'm really patient. So when you're getting those certifications, you have to you do it yourself. Kind of like you put yourself up for a Grammy. Like you enter yourself for Grammys. You kind of enter yourself to get these songs certified platinum or gold or whatever, all this kind of stuff. And I don't know I guess Lana's waiting on like 5 times or a diamond record, but like I don't have any plaques. So I'm like patiently waiting on her to like,
some point.
Like, to get it certified so I can get my plaque, please.
Can you educate me a little bit on like the money when it comes to that type of thing? So is it like, okay, I wrote this is yours. If it works out, you get this lump sum of cash, or is it more of like a retainer basis?
It's a residual.
Yeah, residual.
It's like mailbox money. It's kind of what it's called. So there was, I don't know, I think there were 6 writers on it, and 3 producers. So you kind of evenly divvy that up for each person. And just every month or every 2 months or anything like that, depending on how the song's doing, you'll just get a check in the mail. And I'm not going to say it's millions of dollars or anything like that, but I mean, it's definitely, it's pretty solid for a 16-year-old kid, Have you bought anything? You're kicking ass, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have you bought anything cool lately? I mean,
really, I'm a big, like, well, one, I'm 16, so I'm about to get me a nice truck when I get off tour. That'll be really cool because I can't drive yet. I got my permit a little late, so we're gonna have to wait till after tour to get the big truck. But I'm gonna give me one. But I'm a big watch guy, so I get some cool watches. Yeah, I got this Rolex last year for like around my birthday time. I got a black sub. It's just something that I'm into. It's relatively, it's an expensive hobby for sure, but it's not stupid. They're gonna appreciate, all this kind of stuff. So whenever I do buy cool stuff like that, I try to make it smart, or I try to invest in the best ways I possibly can. And one, I just think I have amazing parents and amazing people around me who can, guide me in that direction. But yeah, I don't make really stupid decisions, when it comes to my money. But I definitely make some expensive ones every now and then. But I feel like I earned it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think it's funny, and we'll mention some of the names when the camera's off. But when you think about at your age, some of these parents now take advantage of it.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
There's some of these kids out there that are like, popular in their respective areas, and then you got the dad up there flexing, trying to like.
Yeah, and that's just, you just got to pray for him, And
exactly.
It's just, you hate to see that, and it's just, I know so many people in that, especially like around my age, just kids and parents and just being taken advantage of and just being kind of, just taken advantage of, and you just hate to see it, because one, they're probably a really good kid, and they're just surrounded by the wrong people, have put themselves in the wrong rooms, and or they just, their parents just aren't whatever, and that's just part of it. You just hate to see that. You just got to pray for them and all this kind of stuff, and hopefully, it's not as popular to do that anymore, and because I have such amazing parents, and I have an amazing team around me, and I feel like I'm being set up in the best way possible. And you realize how big of a factor that is, Like when I was first getting into this kind of stuff, there's a lot of decisions that I thought I could make on my own, and there's a lot of things that I thought that I could do just by myself, and then I realized that I couldn't. And being, confident in yourself enough and like letting your pride go at such a young age and realizing that you can't make all these important decisions by yourself is something that I had to learn very early. And I'm glad I did, because it's definitely going to help me out in the long run. And as much as I don't want to listen to my parents every now and then, you kind of have to, and you kind of got to swallow it down, and it's just part of it. But, it's definitely helped me for sure, just having them around and helping them, or them helping me make those important decisions.
Well, you can't even be pissed off and drive away yet, man.
No, I can't, dude.
Like
I just have
if
to
you're pissed
walk.
off at dad, be like, all right, get in the truck with me, I'm leaving.
Yeah. All right. Let's go drive. It's like I can't even go.
Correct.
It's just like, even if he does make me mad or anything like that, it's just like I gotta go to my room. Like, who wants to go to the room? I want to go drive.
It's extreme. Hey y'all, it's Pat, and I'm excited to welcome Ducks Unlimited to the Like a Farmer podcast. Your hunt starts with healthy wetlands and associated habitats. From the Alaskan wilderness to the Atlantic flyway, across America's Great Plains and down the Mississippi Delta, Ducks Unlimited has been protecting and restoring habitats for nearly 90 years. But their work is far from over. They need our help to reach the next 1 million acre milestone and ensure waterfowl for generations to come. DU volunteers and supporters have led the charge to fill the skies with waterfowl today, tomorrow, and forever. Why don't you come join the team that's making a real difference? Ducks Unlimited is powered by people like you. With your help, they can continue to raise funds that drive wetlands conservation across the whole continent. Whether you are out selling tickets, securing donations, or finding that next sponsor, they have a role for everyone. If you want to join today, visit www.ducks.org/volunteer. Ducks Unlimited, conservation for a continent. We play a game on this show.
All right, cool. I like games.
It's called Give 'em the Boot, presented by Tecovas.
Hey, I like Tecovas. They're cool over there.
Now, I heard, because when I went in,
They're my boys.
to pick some up there today, and they're like, Maddox just left with like 5 pair or whatever. But what I did find out is you didn't get these. Okay,
Really?
These are the new iced tea collection of Tecovas.
No way.
Now,
Come on.
there's
These are
4
hard.
questions in that boot.
4 questions in them? Wait, I gotta
Now you can give one of them the boot, meaning you don't have to answer it. But
All right.
that's lame. Like nobody. I mean, Derek, I don't think anybody's given one the boot.
It's got to be a really bad question. Then.
Maybe Daly. Daly, maybe. I think he had to give one just because of liability issues.
Yeah.
But anyways, hey,
All right,
4 questions. You got to pick it out.
Here.
Read it out. Answer.
Question number 1.
Yeah.
What has been the craziest backstage story so far? Honestly, dude, one being 16, I'm not there's not crazy alcohol or anything terrible backstage. We got water, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but there's not many stupid, weird, bad decision stories backstage. I think the craziest thing that has happened to me, this just has something to do with the show. I feel like I was going on stage. I was about 2 minutes out, and I had to go to the bathroom real bad, and I was like, dude, I gotta go. It's just something you gotta do. You can't go out there when you have to use the restroom because that'd be real bad. So I had to rush super fast, and then my mic or my pack came undone, and then I had to get and it was just everything happened all at once, and I got out of there a little late, and I don't even think they know about this, but Lauren probably does, but yeah, that was probably one of the weirder stories for sure. It's just everything was really fast, and I didn't realize. I mean, I'm talking about everything, everything was real fast, and I had to make those quick decisions, and we got through. We made it through, no stains,
Hey.
all good. So we're all good.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta go. It's part of it. There we go. I like these boots.
Iced tea collection, dude.
If you could go on tour with anyone, who would it be? Ooh, great question. So actually, I'm a big. This is tough. I'm gonna have more than one answer here. Sure. I'd say I'm a big Parker McCollum guy. I think going on tour with him would be super cool. I mean, he's just a goober. If you look at his Instagram stories, he's just a big goober. But
when he gets on one,
dude, he gets on them, and you're just like, what are you talking about? And he's posting these memes, and you're just like, dog, you're like a grown man with a child. They're
relatable too.
I know they're pretty relatable, but it's funny. Parker, and I'm a big John Mayer fan. That wouldn't add up much, but I feel like it'd be pretty cool. I just think he's a great guitarist, cool watch collection, and he's a pretty cool guy, and I love his music. So John Mayer, Parker McCollum, and Morgan Wallen or something. I feel like that's pretty.
I think John has a Rolex named after him.
Dude, I think he does. It's the gold and green Daytona.
Yes,
that sounds super nice. What is one thing people don't know about Maddox Batson? There's a lot of things people don't know about me. But when you get asked that question, you're like, dang, what do I say? I'm a huge Cars nerd. Not like Cars. I'm talking about the movie. Like Cars.
Oh, wow.
No, I know. You're like, yeah, that's kind of weird. But, I like Cars as well, but I'm a huge Disney, Pixar, Cars nerd. I've watched every movie probably 50 times. I know every word. I can quote the entire movie, and it's probably top 3 favorite movies for me. And I'm a huge rom-com guy. I'll say it. I'm a big. I think McConaughey's a great actor in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And I'm a big rom-com guy and a big Cars the movie guy. So yeah, that's one thing y'all don't know about me. Is this last one?
Oh, 2 more.
2 more? Or have I done 3? 1, 2.
Oh, no, one more.
All right, one more. Here we go.
You can't give this one the boot. You might as well just.
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing? Right now, I'd probably be turkey hunting because I'm gone the entire turkey season, which I'm not very happy about. But this, it's whatever. I'd rather be touring. But if I wasn't doing music, I'd probably be in school. There's not much other options, I'd be in school, probably third period. Yeah, third or fourth period right now. Yeah, I'd be in Chelsea, Alabama, going to school, just being a normal kid. And I definitely miss that every now and then, and I feel like everyone does, especially when they get a little bit older and out of school. You're like, dang, it's hard to know. I wish there was a way you knew you were in the good old days. I feel like I can't remember the quote. It was like something like that. I wish there was a way you knew you were in the good old days before you were out of them or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm 16, and I'm like, I'm not going to say I'm out of the good old days, but, I'm not in school anymore. I got a grown-up job and all this kind of stuff, and it's definitely, it's like, at times you're like, dang, I wish I was still, going to school with my boys and stuff like that, still playing ball. And at times I definitely wish that, but also at other times I'm like, dang, I got a pretty cool job. And
yeah.
I wouldn't trade this for anything.
It's like you complaining about being on the road during turkey
exactly,
season. That's on you, man.
Yeah, that is on me. I made this decision, and that's just something I'm going to live with, and I'll be home for deer and duck season, so I can't be mad at it. Yeah.
What when you think about what you're doing now, is there anybody that's mentoring you, like in the business, like the music? Like, who are you looking up to? Like, who are you talking to? Like, hey, am I making the right decision here? Like, is there anybody that made an impact?
Some people I look up to, and some people I talk to about that. Bailey Zimmerman. Yeah. Me and him go hand in hand. Where he's a really cool dude. Yeah. And honestly, I went on tour with her last year. Lainey Wilson has been an amazing mentor, and just watching her. Just watching her on stage, and I truly think she's one of the best entertainers in just music alone.
Amen.
And just watching her on stage and just seeing, like, she made every fan or every little girl in that arena feel seen within the first song. I don't know. She's just an amazing performer, and I think she's just super good at what she does, and truly an amazing person. And I had such an amazing time out there with her on tour. And, she's an amazing mentor, and she's just an amazing person to look up to because she's done it right. She's been here for 12 years. She started doing, Hannah Montana, like covers or whatever. Or like not Hannah Montana covers. She would, like, act as her. She was like not necessarily role play, but like whatever. As Hannah Montana. And it's just cool to see how far she's come. And, she's winning Entertainer of the Year, and she's winning all these kind of things and going on arena tours and stuff. And she's just super cool to look up to. Her and Bailey Zimmerman. That was probably my two favorite, yeah.
If you had to give me your Mount Rushmore of country musicians.
Dang. That's tough, man. My personal, I'll go Hank Williams Sr., Keith Whitley, George Jones, and George Strait.
Yes.
I mean, that's a pretty respectable list.
100%.
No one can really frown on that.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's pretty good. Yeah, especially for a 16-year-old.
What has been, like, going off of that, what has been, like, your kind of pinch me moments so far? I mean, you did the Opry, you're selling out tours. Like,
there's been a few, and I'd say the Opry, like my Opry debut was pretty dang cool, because that's just something everyone wants to do. Everyone who's in country music and everyone who, knows about country music, I was just like, that's the goal. That's the end goal, is to not only play the Opry, but like become a member of the Opry and play it more than once. And I've played it more than once. I'm not a member, but I have played it more than once. I played it 3-4 times now. And it's just every time it just gets cooler and cooler. But that debut, man, I was sweating. I was shaking in my boots, man. But it was cool stuff. That, I played I headlined a festival in Maryland, and that was pretty cool. There was like close to like 8,000 people there, and it was like you could tell that that was awesome because it was just like it was just like a sea of people. It just kept going, and they know every word to every song, and it's just like it's cool to see that you have that impact. That's my favorite. That's why I love live performing so much. And especially, and who knows if I ever go to like arenas or anything like that or stadiums or whatever, who knows. But yeah, knock on wood. But playing these like smaller venues and like the 4,000 cap venues and like looking these guys in the eyes and like seeing them sing the words back to you. Like,
unbelievable.
It's like really? Like I get to do this, and that's when I'm like, dang, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm meant to do. And I'm glad that God put me in this position. I'm very blessed to be here, and every time I get to do that, and I just see the look on their face when they're singing all the words back to me, it's just like, I would trade it for nothing. You know, I got the best job in the world. And it's just, those are like my pinch me moments when I get to do that in each and every city, and I see the 3, 4, 5-year-old girl, you know, at her first concert on her dad's shoulders.
Dude,
you know,
that's
singing.
awesome.
And you're just like, dang, you know, it's like, what a cool job I got, you know.
Now, on a go-forward basis, because I mean, you're very goal-oriented.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, what are some check boxes that haven't been checked off there? You're like, dude, I got to make sure I get this done.
For me, a number one at radio would be really cool. I don't know, like a CMA or like a CMA award, something like that. That'd be really cool. What else? Maybe like my first arena show will be really cool if I've blessed enough to do that.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely a goal-oriented person, but I feel like whatever happens, and it happens for a reason. And I'm doing what I'm doing, and I just gotta thug it out almost. I feel like you're never just gonna stay on a constant high. There's always gonna be lows, and there's always gonna be the highs. But I feel like as long as you can get yourself out of the valley, back up to there, and just keep in your right mind that you're doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it because you love it, not because Not because anything else. The only reason you should do anything is if you love it, I never have to work a day in my life because I love my job, And it's just that kind of stuff, That's just those are my goals, is just stay happy, stay healthy, and, keep blessing myself and my family the way that I have been, and keep making my fans happy, keep making great music, and, just keep making music that I like, Don't do it for any other reasons other than the fact that I like it. Even if no one else likes it, as long as I like it, cool.
True. It's a great answer.
Yeah, that's what I think people get lost up in. And I saw this weird shout out here, but Ashley Cook, she was posting something, and I saw this on her Instagram story. I was like, yeah, it's so right. It doesn't matter if anyone else likes it. I'm putting this song out, or I'm doing this thing because I like to do it, and I like the song. And as long as you keep that number one in your mind, you're doing it because you like it, you're doing it because you love to, no one else, you'll be all right.
If they like it, great. If not, it's okay.
It's all right. I can live with that, Not everyone's going to like everything I do, and that's just part of it. But, as long as I like it, I'm chilling. I'm happy.
Do you ever get referred to, especially, I'm assuming when he was at this age, but the whole Justin Bieber thing?
Oh, yeah, all the time. Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I'm a big Bieber guy.
Dude, who's not? Are you kidding me?
Any guy who can go, any guy listens to Justin Bieber,
Don't be afraid to tell us.
No, there was a stage where you're like, whatever. I mean, he's a stud, That's just part of it, whatever. But, that comparison's cool, I can't be mad at that. He's a legend, and it's just, he started at my age, and he developed really fast and all this kind of stuff, and he's been in it for 16 years, 17 years or something like that, longer than I've been alive. I was 1 when he went on his first world tour, and I was a big Bieber guy, and I know pretty much everything about him. Even before any of this, I was just a big fan, like 12, 13 years old. And
there's no judgment here.
No, absolutely. I don't think that's
comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I'm a proud fan. Actually, embarrassing story. I sang "Baby." This is so bad, but I sang "Baby" in the middle of my PE class in the gym, just by myself, a cappella with a mic. It was really bad, but it was fun. I got over that little stage fright gig real early, but yeah, I definitely sang "Baby" karaoke in the middle of my middle school gym.
Who are you cheering for? I'm actually glad you're sitting here. You think about Alabama.
Yeah.
Not a ton of professional sports teams.
Yeah.
And you moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
From Nashville.
A lot of professional.
Yeah, the Titans.
You got the...
But, who are you cheering for when you think about your sport teams?
Basketball, college. I'm not a big NBA guy, and basketball is my favorite sport by far. It's what I love.
College basketball, dude.
I'm a big Duke fan. Duke. Yeah, my dad was a Duke fan growing up. He grew up in Bobby Hurley, Christian Laettner, all that kind of stuff. And anything else but Tennessee, go Vols. So yeah, and I had to in Alabama, so I didn't get beaten. I had to kind of hide the volunteer in me.
I was about to say,
I was never big Roll Tide guy. My best friend's dad played for Alabama, won a national championship with him. So I couldn't be You know, you're just kind of stuck. But I was still like, when they would play Tennessee, I'd always root for Tennessee. And everyone was like, "Oh, Maddox, you're switching up." I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm really not." You know, I was cooked. I was 8 years old. What do you want me to do? My bad. I got peer pressured into changing. But I was always a big Vols guy, and I'm glad I can finally be proud of my orange, my Vol for life, since I live here now. But Duke basketball, Tennessee, everything else.
It's okay.
Yeah. And then NFL Steelers, and then MLB Phillies. Weird, Pennsylvania. I don't know, weird, but
Phillies is when you think about baseball stadiums.
Yeah,
Citizens Park, dude. I
got to tour the stadium when it was empty. I played a show in Philly. I'm actually going to Philly today, but I got a for this. I know I got a flight at I don't know, but I got to tour the stadium at Citizens Bank, and that was freaking awesome. I love that. My sister's a huge Phillies fan. She's the one who introduced me.
I mean, pinch me moment right there. And look, before
absolutely.
the cameras turned on, you were telling me playing golf with John Daly.
Yeah, who gets to play golf with John Daly? Not many people I know, and actually a lot of people I know, but not of my buddies, And it's just, he's a really goober. He's a big goober.
The fact of that guy, I mean, dude, he's got game still.
Dude, absolutely. Watching him swing is like, I don't know. It was like Jesus on the golf course with a beer. I don't know. Maybe that was a bad.
And a cigarette.
And a cigarette. It was. I don't know. It was cool watching him. Maybe that was a bad analogy, probably, but it was still cool to watch him swing.
We played golf the other day, John and I, and Little John.
Yeah.
In Tampa.
Yeah.
So we play. Little John's like, "Pat, you're handling him. I'm leaving."
Yeah.
So then I'm having to take John. He's with me. I'm driving him now. "Hey, Pat, we're going to the casino." Okay. As we go to the casino, he's like digging around for something. He loses his cigarettes. That's okay. We get to the casino. He gets some new cigarettes. Well, the next day, my fiance's in the truck. She finds his cigarettes. Mm-hmm. She's like, "Oh, so you're smoking now?" I'm like, "No, those are John's." And we call John, and "Yeah, those aren't my cigarettes. I don't know what Pat's talking about," and just hangs up.
Yeah.
And so now my fiance's over here thinking that I smoke cigarettes now, and it's like, okay,
you're just
John.
Thank
you.
Lying. Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Nah, he's cool, and he was. I wasn't paired up with him, but I got to we played the last 3 or 4 holes together. He was paired with Jake Owen and him, and I was It was just cool watching him, But he's a goober. My dad and my mom, they my dad, he had a heart attack 2 years ago. He's a lifelong smoker. He started smoking when he was 10. Had a heart attack 2 years ago. He's good now. He's whatever. He quit. But cigarettes are very, very prominent in the Batson family. Hopefully, I don't ever pick it up. But
tobacco farmers.
Yeah, he was tobacco farming at 8, 9, 10 years old, and he just gets the oil in him, and it's just kind of that's your first taste of it. But cigarettes are I'm fond. Yeah, I'm very familiar.
What do you think, Maddox, this lifestyle, and we talk about it a lot on the show.
Yeah.
You've got country music where it's at today.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be outdoors. Everybody wants to wear the shin. Is it shin?
Shin. It's cool.
Sheen.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Sheen because then you're you don't want to be qualified as Sheen because there's the other brand. I call it Shin.
Yeah,
sounds cooler too.
But everybody wants to learn how to kill a deer, catch a fish. Everybody wants to wear boots.
Yeah,
everybody wants to drive a pickup truck. In your opinion, and I do think it relates to COVID. Everybody having to go outside at that time. I do think Taylor Sheridan's done a great job with Yellowstone and those types of content. Why do you think this lifestyle is so popular now?
Really, I think it's just I think you can take it back to the olden days, why every guy wants to be a cowboy. It's just females love cowboys, women love cowboys, and it's just you don't want an accountant for a husband. You want a cowboy who will absolutely demolish anyone who will step on their path. And I feel that's just something that guys no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, anything, it's just something, I don't know, it's maybe just built into us where you're just you want to feel that coolness. And I feel just being outdoors and hunting and fishing and doing all the things that kind of gives you that kind of that buzz of coolness, and there's guys that are born into it, and there's guys that kind of have to get themselves into it, which is harder than ever because everything's so judgmental. Everyone's so judgmental, and I'm not going to say I'm not either. Of course I'm going to judge the new guys, so it's just part of it. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect or anything like that, but I just think that it's cool that, country's cool again. And I think Laney has a song like that.
Yeah.
Like, country's cool again or something.
Her tour was out.
I mean, it's just super cool to see that, just come back into it's cool. I mean, it's because it was always kind of like dimmed down by everything else, like by pop music and all this kind of stuff. And just seeing it on the up, it's just really cool to see because I grew up in it and just seeing like, as much as, I don't like the traffic that the LA guys bring to Nashville, it's just cool to see that, like this, it's being popular now. It's just cool. Yeah. I'm not going to get mad at it, as long as I can still do the things that I love without being, whatever, tormented or anything. I couldn't, maybe there's a better word, but, as long as I can do that without being whatever bothered or anything, do whatever you want.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Derek, we need to note that, and I'll give Maddox a piece of the pie, but on the hoodie, ladies don't want an accountant. They want a cowboy.
There you go. Okay, perfect. We'll note that.
We'll give you a piece,
Ladies don't want an accountant. They want a cowboy. I think that. That'll sell.
Be a great T-shirt.
That'd be a great T-shirt.
What are you looking forward to, like, coming up? You got the tour starting the Sunshine State, Fort Lauderdale.
Excited
like, what new music coming out?
Yeah.
New album? Like, what's coming down the pipeline?
Today. I have a song out today called "If I See Her Again." Yeah, that's coming out.
That just came out today.
It's coming out today. Yeah, I know. I just released a song like last month around this time, and we're just kind of pumping them out, which I'm a fan of. I kind of like that. Up pace. Just putting out music and stuff like that. I think Gavin Adcock put how many songs out last year? Like 30, 40. That
At
guy
one point, he was going once a week.
I know. He's just pumping them out, and I feel like that's just something that I like. I just like putting out music. There's no reason just to hold on to it for 5 years. Just put it out. Whatever it is.
Or give it to somebody. Yeah, or give it to someone else. Platinum.
I know. I learned that. I'm 1 for 1, actually. It's my first and only songwriter's cut. And it went double platinum. So I can't be mad at that. I'm 1 for 1. I might just retire. But
are you writing a bunch of your songs?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a writer on, I'd say 98% of them. There's cool. Every now and then I'll get some pitch to me that I like and stuff like that. But I feel like 95, 98% of the songs I'm definitely a writer on. I'm looking forward to putting out new music, getting back in the studio, looking forward to tour. And I'm honestly looking forward to get off tour. I'm on tour for 100 days. I'm excited to play all these shows. I'm excited to see all these fans. But, man, I'm ready to get home and just kind of chill out. Because I've been going hard for a long time, I'm not gonna say a long time, but I haven't been alive for a long time. But I'd say like 2 years now. We've been kind of just really locked in and just grinding, and just having this summer and winter off will be really cool. I just get to spend time with the fam, spend time with my dog. Hopefully, I'm getting a new dog. I'm excited. I think I'm gonna get a duck dog. I'm gonna name him Goose. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Okay. Yeah, that'll be cool. But I'm excited to just get back in the deer blind and just kind of hang out play some G. Yeah, that's probably what I'm excited for the most. Yeah,
hang out with the ladies. Any girlfriend right now?
I do actually. I do have a girlfriend. I have not said this anywhere, but I do have a girlfriend. I'm not gonna say who it is or anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Her reasons or anything like that. But yeah, I do. She's great, and she's cool because
the ladies know now.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Golly.
Sorry, but I think honestly, everyone's like, oh, they're gonna hate her. They're gonna hate her. Everyone says that they're gonna hate whoever my girlfriend will be. But I honestly think, just based off how amazing my fans are, I think they'll love her just because they just will. I just have an amazing fan base, and they're very happy all the time. They're not very judgy, So I would really appreciate it, guys, if you would, be nice. But yeah,
you hit it on. Honestly, Maddox, I do want to hit on that. Like the light that you bring. Mm-hmm. I've been following you. Like, the fan base, it's incredible. And you need to always keep that in the back of your mind. Yeah. It's like, man, you're bringing so much joy to these people at such a young age, which it can be hard, right? You got this platform. Mm-hmm. And so you've got to, you have to be mindful of what you're doing on and off the stage.
Absolutely.
But, that's so cool that you get the opportunity to bring that type of
Dude, it's
light
more
to
than
people.
So cool, bro. Like, it just makes me smile because it's just like, I'll do these meet and greets after shows. Yep. I do a meet and greet after every show. It's like 50 people. They get to come up, take a picture, all this kind of stuff, and then the parents will come up and they're like, "Thank you so much for giving me, someone that my daughter can listen to or my son can listen to. That I will let them listen to whenever. The foul language. You don't have anything that you're talking about that's bad, anything like this. And that means the most to me. Just knowing that I can make the parents happy while also making the kids happy. They don't have to feel like they're not allowed to do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to feel like you have to take away my music from their kids, and it's just like something bad that they're listening to.
100%.
And that's just That means the most to me because one, I mean, you're just gonna reach to more audience. You know that I mean that's just gonna be more appealing to more people. You know, if you just make family friendly, all this kind of stuff, I feel like that's just more appealing to everyone. But also, it's just I don't know. It's just like the coolest thing. Just seeing those parents say thank you, you know, just to me, and I'm just like, well, absolutely. You know, it's just like your child listening to my music has changed my life in more ways than you can imagine, and I just, you know, it's just cool. You know, it's great stuff.
I'm excited to just see you grow, man. I mean, the fact that, number one, you surround yourself with good people. Shout out Megan and Evie and that crew. I mean, if they're
Absolutely.
not just, let me tell you
cooked.
something, 100%. And they're not just accepting anybody. I mean, they handpick who they're grabbing because they got a talented roster. So you're doing the right things there, but just, dude, I'm excited to watch you. I mean, I just think it's awesome what you're doing.
Yeah.
Listen to new music, especially today.
Absolutely. Up today, 5.
Catch you
Central?
on
Central time, 5 p.m.
Here.
Central. Go listen.
Catch you on the show sometime on the road, maybe somewhere fun.
Dude, let's do it.
Maybe a little
Come on,
golfing.
let's go. Absolutely, anytime. I'm down. I'll beat you, but I'm down. I'm probably lying. I don't know how good you are.
Right now, I'm sitting at a 2.
A 2 handicap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I will lose. I will lose, and we're not gonna film it, Aaron, because I will lose. Okay. I'm like I've been playing for 2 years. I think I'm like a what? I'd say like a 11 handicap probably.
I mean,
11. Yeah.
You won the good tournament.
Yeah, you know, I had some good shots, dude. I stuck one. It was a par 3 only. So one hole was like 110, 115 yards. I stuck it like a foot, and then I missed a putt. I stuck it to a foot. You know, you hate to see that because you're just like, dang. You know, it's just like I wanted that solo birdie. Look, I had amazing teammates. They drained it because they're like pros. But,
it was
you know,
1 foot.
I wanted that, you know. You know, next time, still got that trophy, you know. I heard that there was a $25,000 purse. But actually, it wasn't. It was $25,000 to charity, which is kind of a bummer. But also, it wasn't a bummer because absolutely, it's charity. You know, you can't be bad at that. You know, was not a bummer. And I won. You know, I can carry that pride for the rest of my days. You know, all my boys who love watching good.
Excuse me.
You know, I'm like, hey, I won a tournament with him. So
Correct.
How about that? You know.
And the next time you do the show, maybe we'll do it on the golf course.
Okay, let's do it. Just the interview on the golf course.
Yeah.
Dude, that's way easier.
Everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like golf courses make connections. I feel like that's just where business is made on the golf course, and I feel like that's the whole saying. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything or anything like that, but I think that's the whole saying. I think business
is made on the golf course.
Business is made on the golf course.
Before you leave, give me your top 3 golf courses that you want to play.
I think I'm gonna be playing Torrey Pines on tour. Also, I think on in Europe, I'd love to play St. Andrews. I don't know how feasible that is. I heard my boy Jack's actually playing St. Andrews for but for his senior trip, he's playing St. Andrews. But I love to play St. Andrews. That'd be super cool. And I'd say PGA National. I feel like that would be really cool. I think we're actually gonna play there as well, which will be lit. But I feel like those are the 3 that are most feasible as of right now, and I'll let you know how I score.
Yeah,
probably will be high, but
maybe Augusta one day too.
You know, if I get invited on Augusta, I'll probably just quit.
Yeah,
music.
that'd be.
You know, I'll just be like, I'm not gonna get much better than that.
Yeah,
you know? I'd
done.
probably just quit golf.
New hobby.
New hobby. I'll get into something else, curling or something. You know, but like once you play Augusta, dude, it's just like, what else do you do? What's the point of playing anywhere else? Because you're just like, this is.
It won't get any better.
Nope, not much. But yeah, probably those 3.
I appreciate you coming on the show today, man.
Dude, I had an amazing time. This was fun.
I
like
get
these
some
conversations.
New
Yeah, I know. These are actually heat. I like these a lot.
Was this show better than going on Theo's show?
Honestly, since I got the boots,
yeah.
And I had an amazing time with Theo, and I got to drive his Cybertruck before anyone had Cybertrucks, so that was cool. I was 14. He did not like me driving. Neither did my manager. I think I drove 6 feet.
Hey, what's it called? Because he wasn't supposed to do that, but was it the statute of limitations? So nobody can get mad at him for doing that.
Yes.
That was 2 years ago.
No, I know. Yeah, no one can get mad at me for that. It was peer pressure. And, I literally drove like 3 or 4 feet, and my manager was like, stop. And I was like, all right, yeah. I can't say much. You know, I can barely reach the pedals, you know. So it's good. You know, we're there now, and I think I'm a pretty good driver, personally. You know, I feel like I've got enough practice in and all that kind of stuff. But
we're going to find out soon.
Yeah.
Get the souped-up truck.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna look bad at the bone. Yeah, and they're gonna look over and like
Lifted too.
oh, for sure. I got one right now.
Little boom in the back.
Huh?
Little boom in the little
Yeah,
bass.
dude, I got one. I got one right now. I got it passed down from my grandfather. It's a 04 cat eye, like a silver cat eye, and my granddad. He takes excellent care of it, right? So it's like peak condition, and I put like a 6-inch lift on it. I put like 35s on it, and it's a big truck now. I just got subs in it. I got like a screen, I got new bed liner, I got all the kind of stuff that a teenager would want. I put like, I don't know, how much money into it, but not crazy amounts, but I just wanted a truck to drive around in. I'll have my permit, and I'll have this, and I'll give it to my cousin. I have a younger cousin. He's 2 years younger than me. I'll give it to him when he's 16, and I'll just drive this around till I get my truck, and, I'll probably still keep it as like a farm truck after, but I like it. It's a cool truck, and I like driving around because it's got like remnants of my papa in there. So
well, it goes back to what we were saying. I mean, that type of stuff's cool with.
It is. Oh, it's absolutely cool again. And I feel like it's always been cool, personally. Yeah. But I feel like it's...
People like you and I.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, yeah, it's cool. But like now, everyone's kind of respecting it, which is different.
Yeah. Come back on the show anytime, brother.
Absolutely. I'd love to. Thanks
so much. Good luck for the tour this year.
Absolutely.
And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in every single Wednesday. Why don't you go on YouTube.com and type in Like a Farmer, see who's on the show this week. As always, continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer. Boom.
Hey, that was a good outro. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah. Do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.
Hey,
nice.
Maddox, right here.
Yep. Oh.
On that one, just introduce yourself and you're watching Like a Farmer, and then do another one you're listening to Like a Farmer.
Tell me when.